Good morning, everybody. I got to go to Emerald City and pick up my issues that I had them holding for me. And let's get down to it. First up is the book of the week, Absolute Batman number 15, first appearance of the Absolute Joker in all of his monstrous form. Now, we have cover A, which is the Nick Dragotta artwork. He did not do the interiors. The interiors were left up to Jock, who is very famous for doing some great cover artwork, as well as doing some work on Batman years ago now. Next one up is the variant cover done by Jock. It's a great looking book. It's very menacing looking. Got them all bloodied up red look. Makes it that much more intense. And then next one up, they put this one in, is the 1 in 50 Jock variant. Very beautiful for displaying. Now, if you have not read this, this is a very good issue. You know, Pennyworth was getting on Bruce's last nerve with not wanting to come forth with the information that he believed Joker was. Now, very good story. You know, Joker's hunting people, his enemies on an island, turning into this monstrous form. And then at the end, it was a little weird because Joker seemed more like Bruce Wayne, going down into a bat cave at the end. Even has his own little butler, like, hey, it's been a while since we've seen you. Welcome back, master, type kind of guy. And that's going to prove to be kind of interesting because we have never seen something like that from the Joker. Joker was not a big giant socialite with a mansion and a butler and things like that, but who was? Bruce. Next one up, of course I had to get it. My Jim Lee variant of Batman number 4. Love it. It's bright, vibrant colors with Robin on it. Great. And Matt Fraction has been doing a great job. So has Jorge Jimenez. Beautiful work on this stuff. Next one up, there was a special Geiger issue that came out. And why is it so special? Because it's got my guy on it, the GOAT. It's got Jim Lee artwork. Gotta love it. I had to pick it up. Now, Jim Lee's been coming out with some new covers for some other stuff lately, so I can't wait to get those as well. But if you haven't read it, Geiger is one of the best books out there. Be sure to check out the miniseries before picking up the rest of the full series, the ongoing series. So, here you go right here. Beautiful! Last but not least, over at Emerald City, I did end up picking up a book that I used to have, Gambit number 1, the gold foil cover over here. Now I have all 4 issues. I don't know what happened to my issue number 1. It may have been sold off over at a comic convention back in the days when I used to sit there and go to them, but I've got it back in my collection. So those are the books that I picked up from Emerald City. I also had to make sure I picked up some supplies. I needed some bags and boards, but I also ended up getting some comic boxes. And as everybody that's followed me knows, my wife loves Venom. So I had to get the Venom box over here. And then this is real quick because they've already got boxes out with the all-new Venom suit from Venom Legacy number 252, where he's going to wear the actual Spider-Man colors now. So that's kind of cool. And then last but not least from Emerald City, my wife also, one of 2 characters that my wife loves, Venom. The other one is Deadpool. She saw this poster. Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe one last time. They put it off to the side for her, and it was in my bag of goodies this week. So, special shout out to those wonderful people over at Emerald City for the great job that they do, always looking out for us. And that's what I have from Emerald City. Now, I was out and about waiting for a couple hours for an event to happen. So while I was out and about, I stopped off at another local comic shop out over by where the event was happening. And in doing so, I picked up some more books this week. Let's start off with WildC.A.T.S special number 1 with the beautiful Travis Charest artwork. Travis Charest, I first found out about him when he was doing Dark Stars for DC, and he ended up moving over and taking over WildC.A.T.S after Jim Lee had left. Great artist, highly underrated. He even did the WildC.A.T.S Golden Age, I believe, with the X-Men. Next one up, this beautiful laser etched foil cover by Jay Lee. Now, I've mentioned before about how raw Jay Lee's artwork used to be back in the day compared to the smoothness that it is today, but this is a prime example of it right here. It's rough, it's dark, it's edgy, very beautiful artwork. I love Jay Lee back in the day. From the time he hopped on doing Namor, his artwork has stuck with me, and if I ever get a chance to see it, I don't have it anymore, but he did a great book called Hellshock for Image Comics. Next one's up, you know, with Youngblood coming out again next week, issue number 2, I found issue number 0, which has Rob Liefeld artwork and Dan Fraga artwork on the inside. Dan Fraga was one of the up-and-coming artists back in the early 90s that hopped over with the Image team, doing a lot of artwork for the Rob Liefeld titles. And then, last but not least on the Youngbloods, is issue number 4 from the miniseries. So, now I've got all the miniseries of Youngblood to complete that storyline. Next up, the one, the only Todd McFarlane. What issues am I talking about? I'm talking about Spawn. We've got issue number 4 over here. We've got issue number 10 with Cerebus in it, which is a great story. It talks about the creator-owned issues of comic books when they create their characters, and how the big corporations such as Marvel and DC would keep them and not give a lot of credit to the creators of those characters. So they're a corporate entity rather than the creator's entity at that point. And then I mentioned this in the Youngblood issue, or Youngblood video I did a while ago, but here's the Spawn issue that shows Chapel in it. Now, the Chapel is different between what's in the new series and this series, because the original Chapel dies. The new Chapel that's in the comics is the son of this Chapel. And issue 13 is the issue where Spawn and Chapel have their epic throwdown that leaves Chapel in a permanent disfigurement. And then last but not least, I know I've had these books in the past and I don't know what happened to them, but I had to go get them. But it's the Savage Dragon. Now, if you can find the Savage Dragon's first appearance in Graphic Fantasy number 1 from 1982, there was only 200 to 300 copies of this. If you look at eBay listings, you're talking $20,000 roughly for a good graded issue number 1 of that for the first appearance of Savage Dragon. But I did get issue number 1 of the miniseries, issue number 2 of the miniseries. That's Super Patriot on the cover with them. Issue number 3 of the miniseries. And oh, who's on that cover? Oh, Badrock from Youngblood doing a guest appearance. And then the next issues I have are 1 through 6 of the ongoing series. So you got issue number 1, Savage Dragon looking menacing with the blood all over the cover. Issue number 2 with the TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But there's something special about this one. They're with the original designs where they all had the same mask over their eyes, the same color. You had to distinguish by the weapons that they were using. Issue number 3, issue number 4, issue number 5, and issue number 6. Now, as a Chicago native and somebody that grew up in Chicago, it was kind of fun seeing Savage Dragon, who plays in the comics. He's a Chicago police officer. So it was always nice to sit there and read that. Erik Larsen's from around the area of Chicago and has always made sure that Chicago was a form of spotlight in his books. But other than that, you guys have a great day. Thank you for chiming in. Let me know what you think of the books. You guys have a great day. Take care.